And thank you to all of my new subscribers for chiming in when I started sharing those Black Nomad Meetup events. Videos from June. And so thank you for your support. I'll try my best to get more of that content out. That was pretty much new to me. I just like talking to people and I really enjoyed that event. The vibe and everything about it was just like perfect. So I have with me right now the founder of Black Nomad Meetup, Kadedra. She's going to chat with us a little bit about what was the vision behind the Black Nomad Meetup and to answer a few of those questions that I share with you, Khadijah. A lot of people are like, well, why are you naming it Black Nomads? Like, why can't it just be
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
kind of touch on that a little bit right now. So what was your inspiration behind the Black Nomads Meetup?
So, hi everyone. Thank you all for supporting Adrienne. Her channel is awesome. And just special thank you for Adrienne for doing the work and capturing a lot of the energy and the people that came out to the event and really enjoyed themselves. So special thank you to Adrienne. Uh, so, um, so the vision behind the meetup was when we initially got on the road, there was a lot of loneliness. There was a lot of disconnection or lack of connections that we were able to make with other people that we were meeting on the road who were not Black. So it was almost like existing invisibly within a greater community. Like you're there, but you aren't really connecting with your space. I already come from a career of doing predominantly Black events and operating in Black spaces and working to provide food and alternative housing inspirations to the underserved communities, which ultimately end up being our communities. So I already kind of came from that as just who I was as a advocate for our people. So when I started van life, I said to myself, there's no way that I am the only Black person living in my van. And if I am, or there are a few numbers between us, how can I introduce this low cost, creative, freedom experience lifestyle towards my community? So the inspiration was really finding who else is out here who is like me doing this lifestyle, and also inspiring others to join me in saving money and in traveling and exploration.
Awesome. So with planning the event, what like was that like a nervous moment for you? Like, oh my gosh, I'm like, how was that? The whole planning
Oh,
process
God.
for you?
As you can tell, it's a whole answer. It's a whole answer. Um, Planning the event was a mix of, I'm literally doing a lot of this for the first time. Even though I come from events management and community organizing and events management, like I already had experience with doing meetups, doing smaller events, doing cooking demonstrations. Like that was kind of how I operated. So doing something, I'm still new to the lifestyle. Like I've only been doing, well, not only, but I've been doing van life for a little on the shady side of 3 years, about 2.5 years. So at the moment, I was still learning how to renovate my van while also teaching people how to renovate their van. So there was a lot of, I am new to this. I'm inspired by this. I want to share this. But a lot of it was, I'm learning too. So in planning the event, there were a lot of things I knew and a lot of things I didn't know. But luckily, with the help of my amazing teammates, like yourself included, we were able to navigate a lot of those questions together. So it ultimately challenged me in a lot of ways that I didn't even know I was going to be challenged. But it ultimately made me a better community leader. And it also helped me, establish some true friendships with my teammates who were like, we hear what you too. We making phone calls too. We Googling stuff too. So it was challenging, but I'm very happy that I wasn't afraid to be challenged in that way. Like, even though I went into it, like, I don't know how to do this yet. It didn't stop me from doing it. So it was really, I walked out of it feeling more empowered as a leader and more empowered as a woman, honestly. So.
Absolutely. And it was amazing. Like I said, the vibes, man, it was just so just to be in the midst of it was beautiful, just overall. And I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to next year myself, like as with a lot of other people who keep commenting, like, when is the next one? When is the next one? How do I get more information? And
Yeah,
speaking of it,
yeah.
how do they get more information? Like, how can they? I keep telling people, like, join on the website, sign
Yeah.
up on the email listserv. What do they do? Like, how can they get more information? I know this is kind of repeating, but go ahead and tell
Yeah,
them
yeah.
how they
It's
do
good to
it.
repeat it. It's good to repeat it. So, of course, check out our website and subscribe. I'll be honest. After the meetup, I did need to just like kind of take a break. It was a lot. There's a lot of growth and development, but I did kind of like take about a month and a half off. So, I do encourage everyone to go on the website because as of this morning, I've officially found the space for our next meetup that will be happening in late October. Yes, yes, yes. So Adrian, I will link back with you on that. But yeah, side note. But yeah, so I actually have been coordinating some new Black owned spaces all throughout the Eastern Seaboard in which we're going to be having meetups. The next meetup towards the end of October, and then also working in the South to organize some meetups during the wintertime, possibly going all the way down to Florida. So please subscribe to our website and subscribe to our mailing list to be updated on some events that are going to be coming up. But if you're trying to get involved in something now, we just launched our virtual yoga for mobile living workshop that's going to be hosted by a very good friend of mine, Just Heal with Joe. She's a beautiful yoga instructor and spiritual leader. So that is going to be happening this October 10th. Tickets are $11 and proceeds go towards keeping Black Nomads Meet alive. Something I do want to mention when it came to planning the meetup was, because it was my passion and my dream, a lot of, I ended up, putting in my own money, being a sponsor. So, now that the meetup is over, it really does help when we have our community coming together to actually keep this, because this costs money. It costs money to keep the website. It costs money to book events. And, by attending this yoga class, a portion of the proceeds will go towards, establishing more events and projects that we'll be able to afford. And it also just goes towards, continuing the Black Nomads mission and giving us as the team members the ability to, grow this organization into a true tool for our Black nomadic community. So
Awesome.
go on
Now
our
you mentioned
website. The event is on the website. You can buy your tickets on the website, blacknomadsmeetup.org. You can check out the website at our Instagram at Black Nomads Meet and on Facebook at Black Nomads Meet. So yeah, check out the website. And while you're there, go ahead and check out our blog too. And if you're interested in writing, please send an email to info@blacknomadsmeet.org. Kadedra, hello, the organizer, is at Eat Fresh Veggies. That's veggies, VIGGIES. You can do that on Instagram, Facebook. I also have my podcast on my YouTube channel. And I am launching my website soon. I'm still working on building it. But in the meantime, you can check out my link tree on my Instagram account in the bio, the link in my bio on my Instagram account.
awesome. Just to make sure that I'm clear, I know you mentioned something about the end of October. So now the end of October, is that like the same event we just had in June, or that's something like that's more of a smaller one? We're going to do a big one again next summer.
Yeah, it's really going to be something just kind of between. It's going to be smaller. Yeah, let me put it that way. It is not going to be. I mean, anyone is welcome to come, in the Black nomadic community. But it is really just like an overnight, just kind of a meet and greet. It won't be as big as, the whole meetup where we were pulling people from the coast to coast. This is going to be in Virginia. It's going to be in Central Virginia. So anyone, who is in the relative area, especially within this upcoming month, are welcome to come. I'm looking forward towards April 23rd. I'm collaborating with the landowner right now. But yes, so if you are going to be in the Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina area towards the end of October, please come out. Please check us out. I'm looking forward to it, to just being an overnight event. So yeah, I don't want you to be like, oh God, we have a month to plan the next meetup.
Right.
It's not going to be that big.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a nice little meetup just to bring together anyone in the local community. We'll have some food out there. We'll have some drinks. We'll have some music. And of course, it's going to be on Black-owned land. So, of course, the money is big. Girl, girl, you already know how I roll.
You know.
So yeah, the money will be going towards, you know what I mean, recirculating Black back into our Black community. Yeah.
Gotcha. And lastly, before we let you go, a few other questions that I remember seeing was,
well, I
can I
definitely
come?
want to address. Oh, so I was like, I definitely want to address like why we do call it Black Nomads Meet. I'm not sure if that's a question in the queue, but I am looking forward to answering that question.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't want to, but I was like, well, I've been thinking about it the whole interview.
Oh,
So I'm actually really happy that you included this question because you and many others, both Black and people who do not identify as Black, do question, why do we call it Black Nomads Meet? This is not the first Black directed project that I have led, that I have organized, that I have founded, or that I have facilitated. And I have gotten this question over the past 9 years of my career. So I do, and I always take it as an opportunity to really clarify that there is nothing, there is a lot of healing that has to happen in all communities, Black, white, so on and so forth. But as a Black woman, it is always going to be in my nature to advocate for myself. And I advocate for myself by advocating for my people. And one of my major identifiers is that I am Black. I love being Black. I was Black when I went to bed and I was Black when I woke up. You know what I mean? Like, I love that part of me. I love that part of me. And by nurturing my community that identifies as Black is nurturing myself. And there is nothing wrong with self-healing through creating tribe. There's nothing wrong with doing that through creating community. And, there are events that I have organized, not through Black Nomads Meet, but in other endeavors that were open to everyone. I mean, there was no Black identifier. I come from vegan eating. I mean, us both being vegan, we come from vegan advocacy, organizing meetups for anyone. I work with, feeding, the homeless, cooking meals, handing them out, and collaborating with organizations to make food for the homeless more accessible. But in saying that, I always wonder what's so wrong with healing not only just our community, but our community that has really truly been moving through the suffrages of slavery and post-traumatic slave disorder. So I'm excited to be. Oh, can you still hear me? Okay, sorry. So yeah, it's called Black Nomads Meet because it is hyper focusing on the Black nomadic community. It offers alternative housing ideas for our community that allows us to save money, that allows us to explore other fruitful financial endeavors. It allows us to travel. It really does tackle that stigma of Black people don't travel and that we don't go outdoors and that, we stay finite in our neighborhoods and our houses when nomad living is who we are. I mean, we've been traveling around the world for hundreds of thousands of years. So it's working to tackle that stigma that Black people don't travel or Black people don't go outside. That's a result of colonization that is trying to outlearn us into who we really are. And lastly, it really is just fun. Black joy is something that is just as powerful as it just as powerful as any other form of advocacy. So by being able to live this lifestyle and being able to travel and save money, it really does truly just make me happy. And everyone that I've met in this community has made us very happy. And that's something that we need in the Black community as we move forward to our overall empowerment. So, yeah.
Who have been your inspiration to get you started to being out there? Because
to return back, right? Like that's what I've been calling it. That's because it's powerful to say like I'm not learning how to live nomadically. I'm reading. I'm remembering, how to build a fire. I'm remembering how to forage. I'm remembering how to, sleep in a hammock under the stars with fresh air in the middle of the country and truly feel safe in doing that. So my initial answer was going to be that I started van life to save money. I mean, that was the rawest form. I really just was like, look, I'm not going to sit here and pay $1,300 in rent. I'm not going to live work to live. I'm not going to just work just to pay my bills and then do that. So in living, that one time purchase, my van was $2,500. That's 2 months rent. So 2 months rent bought me my house. And that just made financial and physical sense to me to buy my house for 2 months rent and travel and give myself the financial freedom to do what I want, basically, and which it is doing. My brand Eat Fresh Veggies has really made a lot of progress since I've been able to save money and focus the money that I do make on investing in myself. That was going to be my initial answer. That's the raw answer. But the more that I live van life, the more that I realized that the inspiration was just being real and being constant. There are some days where I do really truly I live outside. I brag about living outside. Like, yeah, I have my van. I'll open the doors. You know what I mean? I'll get some ventilation in there. But there are some days when I'm just hanging out outside and it doesn't feel like I'm outside. It feels like I'm just at home. I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. And that's why I mentioned that it is about a relearning or a returning, because I am on this path of readjusting my body, my spiritual self, and my mental self back into who we really are as Black people living on this planet. So, girl, it's a whole spiritual vibe. Like, it is, the short answer is money, but the long answer is like, I don't need to save a lot of money because I don't spend a lot of money because I just grow my own food. You know what I mean? Like, I literally, my rent's paid. My rent is like $150 and I grow my own food. So there's no need to sweat making $2,500, $3,000 a month. My life just doesn't cost that much because I don't need it to cost that much. Yeah.
Yeah, the simple, happy life. Okay, well, thank you so much, Kadedra, for talking with me today. And again, everybody get on that website, www.blacknomadsmeetup.org.
Yeah. Yes.
I always get it mixed up, but anyway, I'll go ahead and type it in so you'll see it. And we hope to see you guys at the next event. Again, if you're in the DMV area, the end of October, check it out, sign up for it, and be ready for the big shebang next year, 2022. Is going down. So be ready. Down. Y'all already saw the highlights and y'all saw how we got down. So we want y'all to join us as we get down and just celebrate that beautiful Blackness and just all of the spiritual vibe, just the beauty of it. So we look forward to meeting you guys. And that's it. Any final words?
All right, awesome. I'm done. Girl, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to link up with you guys. And thank you all, everyone, for supporting the Black Nomads Meetup project. And please continue supporting us. And we look forward to eventually meeting all of you Black Nomads Meet soon.